Welcome to this week's episode of eThekwini Matters. My name is Zimbili Mazibuko, your host. On this episode, we confront a challenge that strikes at the very heart of South Africa's development, the widening skills gap and the alarming rise in youth unemployment. We are witnessing a growing number of graduates who are eager to contribute but find themselves locked out of the job market for lack of opportunity and relevant skills. Joining us in studio today is Program Manager in the municipalities at eThekwini Municipal Academy, Mr. Zimelecele Magaye. Sikubingelele sikwamukele namhlanje on eThekwini Matters.
Sibingelele sizimbile nama-viewers at home.
eThekwini, like any other cities in the country, is grappling with the unemployment. Please share with our viewers about this and how is this impacting with society and the labor market?
The issue of unemployment at eThekwini, it's a serious challenge. It's a concern for everyone. As a result, it's creating instability within society, especially with young people. It's causing stress and anxiety to young people as they get umsebenzi. And also the labor market is not really matching with what young people need in terms of the skills that they have. So there's a really mismatch and a gap in between that really need a serious challenge to work on. But with eThekwini, you can understand with right now the estimated unemployment rate, it's 42.7%, which means it's a really serious challenge that needs the attention from every other stakeholder that is involved, not only government.
So what are the key factors that are driving unemployment, and how does this affect society and the city's economy?
Mainly, especially to young people, it's a mismatch between what young people have qualified for and what the industry or the employers need out there. You find young people do have qualification, but it's not qualification that are required by the industries. So if that issue can be tackled on, where a tertiary institution and the industries can work together in saying that the gap is here, how can you make sure that whenever that students register within the institution, there is spaces that are available for them in the working environment. So that's the biggest problem that we are having right now.
Magaye, but what are the main reasons for this mismatch between skills available and those that are required by employers?
The biggest challenge that causes a mismatch is that the tertiary institutions where students go and register, the research is not being done properly in terms of those students that go and register, and in terms of those students qualifying for the qualification that they need. It becomes a problem because most of the qualification the students do have, it's not what the industry needs, meaning a thorough research needs to have been done even prior a student finish the high school level, going to the tertiary institution, where they will choose careers that at the end of, or when they finish those qualification, they can then be easily absorbed in the working environment. So that thorough research needs to have been done and make sure that whoever that go and register what the industry will then require in terms of employment.
But do you have platforms where you engage with institutions of higher learning about this research that you are referring to?
We got a number of platforms that we are creating as eThekwini, and particularly as UEMA, eThekwini Municipal Academy. Recently, we had the Youth Employability Indaba hosted at ICC, where tertiary institutions were part of it, and there were engagement around it to say, how do we address this elephant in the room to make sure that there's an alignment? And also, as UEMA, we do visit communities as well as tertiary institutions to engage on this matter, and also to advise learners on the career choices that they can make. Particularly here at Tegwini, we do have careers that we do advise learners to choose on. But most of these careers has to do with maths and probably with science as well. So we do advise learners what is available in terms of careers within Tegwini.
What are those careers? Do you mind sharing?
Careers mostly are within the engineering sector. Your civil engineers, your construction management, your chemistry, your diesel mechanic, all the careers that has an element of math and science, but most of them are within the engineering sector right now. But those careers, they haven't been tapped into, and there's a lot of available spaces for employment within young people's sector.
Over and above what we've spoken about, Magai, what are the city's efforts in trying, to address the issue of unemployment in the city?
Even before we come to programs themselves, we do have bursary platform where we offer young people bursaries, particularly on those subjects that we spoke about, so that we assist them to advance on their careers. We also do assist the students in terms of their registration fee with public institutions that are within eThekwini or even outside eThekwini, as long as they've registered and been accepted. But moreover, we do have programs that we run as UEMA with the young people at their local level, where we go out and advise them on this issue, and also interact with schools, local high schools where they study, as well as engage tertiary institutions. Some of the tertiary institutions would even have memorandum of agreement in terms of whenever learners, students, when they study, they will need to do in-service training. And we do offer that element because in-service training assists learners to complete their studies. And we also do provide the work experience program for the students to make sure that this also challenge of experience, we do try as a city to assist in terms of providing a workplace practical for the students.
Tell us about the program that was recently hosted, the youth-related program that you recently hosted as UEMA. Tell us about that and more about the possible achievements.
The Youth Employability Indaba was a combination of many of other processes that we started. It's necessary, it doesn't start at ICC. It started their local level where they stay, because the engagement needs to start there where learners are taken through of their careers. At ICC, it's just an overall event where all local high schools are then invited to showcase what are the careers that they can pursue. And they are presentations that are done by institutions as well as the workplaces on the students themselves. And the exhibition centers that are being hosted, where learners do visit those exhibitions to actually find and get more information on how they can register, on what are the opportunities that are available. So those are presented, and the question and answer platform is also being offered to students as well as their teachers, because they go there being accompanied by their teachers to also assist them to better choose their careers.
So does it end at the ICC, or do you also engage with those particular high schools after the program?
The engagement goes on, because once we've done this one, now we advertise for bursaries as well as the student relief fund. So the engagement continues, because we engage those schools to say the advert is now out, so that students can be encouraged to apply. And we also do visit those schools to say the advert is out and this is the criteria. So those students that qualify and that have applied, because the biggest thing is that students need to apply in time to make sure that they secure their spaces And then if the issue then becomes the funding, then the municipality then comes in to bridge that gap.
Makai, are there any other programs that the youth can tap into?
Of course, I think eThekwini has, for a number of years, engaged in a program for artisan development program, which is a program that is a flagship program that eThekwini drives because of one reason, that people are able to get employment and be able to do their own. It's a program that provides a space for young people to be artisan at the end of the program. It's a 36 months program, which is a 3-year program. It's involved theory in class and also involve practical learning. That is why when somebody completed the program, you're able to do work with his own hand. There are a variety of those programs because one of the elements is that you need to have been to technical high school or been in TVET colleges so that you can able to qualify for those programs. If I can mention them, the bricklayers, your plumbing, your carpenters, your diesel mechanic, your aircon and refrigeration. I'm just mentioning a few that as eThekwini we are involved in. And the good thing about it is that we work hand in hand with industries, because that is where these students do their practical work. So the employment opportunities are very high because those companies are in need of these particular skills. So it just creates a platform. Even if you haven't qualified, you can feel that when you complete here, there are opportunities for you to get the employment. So as eThekwini, we got MOA that we've created with TVET colleges that are mostly within eThekwini to make sure that young people that necessarily have maths and science or do have academic incline can also go to TVET colleges and do those trades that I've just mentioned and any others that they deem fit and necessary. I think now we're engaging because the world is moving, as I've said, the 4IR. There are trades like your millwrights, which comprise of two trades, which is electrical and also fitter and mechanical fitter. So we do encourage young people to explore those careers because they create a platform for employment and also make sure that you can, if we are motivated enough to pursue starting your own business and be your own boss and employ more other people on your own. So it's more that we like to emphasize, especially on women, that those trades are predominantly known to be men-dominated. But now women started to move slowly to those trades. I think as eThekwini now, we've been for a number of years doing diesel mechanic, fixing trucks, not even small cars, but trucks. Those work were predominantly known to be men-dominated. But now females start to be moving in to those kind of careers, which is a good thing and one that we advise that if young people can also look at that, there are opportunities out there. But if I can mention, even you talk about engineer work with artisan. One engineer, there are 3 artisans within that engineer. So the spaces are more than available for opportunities of employment. So we're making a call out there to young people, those who cannot qualify to go universities, the TVET colleges are also there. And they do have a potential to make your future looks bright.
Makai, mhlambe, let's look at what other opportunities are available for students who are not good in mathematics and your science subject.
I'm glad you've asked that question because there are a number of opportunities that are available, especially now that we are moving to technological world. There is a 4th industrial, although others have moved to the 5th industrial. But there are opportunities there that we can encourage young people to pursue careers that has to do with the digital space, where we don't necessarily need to have maths and science, as long as you understand and you are good with your phone. I know young people, they are very good with their phones.
Yes.
So there are a lot of opportunities there that young people can explore. I think recently eThekwini had a program where some of young people went to China. Obviously, they're going to explore the digital space. What are the careers that they can find within the digital space and be able to be employable? People don't even have the information that with your own phone in your hand, you can be able to live. Now, you don't need to get it at 9 to 5 job. With your phone, you can be able to pursue a career, have a career using your own gadgets on your phone. So we do encourage young people over and above them studying maths and science that there are other careers, because we cannot all of us be good in academic,
Yes.
but others can be good in working with their phone, making sure that they position themselves within the careers that are within the digital space, and make sure that within the fourth industrial revolution they then align themselves. One of the biggest challenges that we've noted is the emphasis or the resources being put on careers within the high school level to young people. I think that element would then need all of us maybe to come on board, especially schools, to emphasize more on what other careers that can young people do. And once we can invest on that one, I think we can be able to bridge the gap of unemployment, because people need to have a variety of careers to choose from based on your capabilities in terms of subject. Because by right, it cannot only be maths and science. There are other careers that young people can pursue. It just depends on how much information you've been exposed to, so that you can make sure that you take your career to another level.
And then, Magaye, in closing, what is your message to the youth or job seekers to improve their employability and prepare for the job market?
To young people out there, I would like to encourage them that they shouldn't lose hope, because there are a number of programs that the city are doing. Even before we even come to the tertiary institution related, we do have a learnership that we do offer to young people. And then we do have apprenticeship program, which is a 3-year program that qualifies people, especially we give them technical skills that they can either be employable or start their own businesses, because they're able to do work with their own hands. So it does assist them. But those that have passed and are looking at their future bright, we want to encourage them to say, start now in applying to tertiary institution, and make sure that you do your thorough research to your academic. What is it that you want to pursue, and what are the opportunities out there? And our office is also available to also extend assistance to students, even if schools can approach us, so that we can be able to assist them and advise them what is it career that they can able to pursue and study, so that they make sure when they completed the spaces available. But before even more about that is that we engage with industries now. We're starting to have engagement with industries to say, what is it that is new? What is it that they think we can engage on and do as the city, as well as tertiary institution and come to high school, so that we'll be able to position ourselves to say, if ever we are advising students, and if ever the city is prepared to come on board in terms of financial assistance to students, what is it that we need to focus on? Because at the end of the day, these students are going to look for employment to these industries. So we're calling upon industries to also come on board. We do have engagement with industries, especially maritime sector industries, to say what are the qualifications that learners can pursue, and what are the chances for you to be able to absorb those learners once they are qualified.
Would you like to say anything else? Would you like to add? Or
What I would like to add maybe is the issue that it can only be done when we work together. If all parties come together and we can achieve what needed to be achieved.
Thank you very much, Magayi, for your time. That was Uzimele Cele, Program Manager in the eThekwini Municipal Academy, EMA. My name is Zimbili Mazibuko, and from the rest of the team, it's goodbye till next time. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe.